Hey Pathfinders! Today we're diving into something crucial, the latest UK immigration white paper. This was released just on the 12th of May 2025, and I want to share with you what it means for international students in particular. As someone who's made this journey from Manila to the UK as a student myself, I know how important it is to stay ahead of these changes. So in this episode, we'll cover first the latest proposed immigration changes and their timeline. Secondly, I'll cover just the summary of the changes and specifically how these changes affect international students. And the third, I'll cover strategic steps you can take now to strengthen your position, and I'll just give you a bit of a bonus on my personal visa journey planning strategy that might help you. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about this white paper. It's important to note that these are proposed changes, so therefore, they're not yet final. The government is expected to provide more concrete details by late 2025, with implementation likely starting in early 2026. Now, let's break down the key changes that matter most to international students. First, the settlement timeline changes. What's changed? Well, the settlement period potentially increasing from 5 to 10 years now. And this affects your long-term planning, especially if you're thinking about staying in the UK after your studies. Second, the language requirements. They now are proposing to have enhanced English language requirements across all categories. You might then need to start preparing earlier and aim for higher IELTS scores if that is the testing that you are taking for English. Then for skilled worker requirements, higher thresholds for graduate level jobs are now proposed. This then affects your post-study work options and career planning. And then they also, as part of this white paper, are proposing increased visa fees. They will have new levy on higher education provider income from international students. They'll have significant increases in visa application fees and potentially healthcare surcharges. The exact amounts are still pending. They may have additional fees for improved language testing requirements too. And this matters because you'll need to plan for substantially higher upfront costs throughout your study journey. They now are proposing reduction in the postgraduate visa route, where after your student visa, you can switch to a postgraduate visa, which allows you, originally, you were allowed to take 2 years, which allowed you enough time to look for a job. And that is now being reduced to 18 months. Yeah, it is a reduction, proposed reduction in time, and you might think, oh, that's kind of like hard because you're gonna have less time to find a job. But remember, this postgraduate visa wasn't even there for a lot of us before. Like during my time, it was non-existent. After my student visa, I already needed to find a job whilst I was just waiting for my graduation, so that I could switch to a working visa. So the fact that you still have that 18 months is still quite good. And let's face it, if you're not able to find a job within a year, let's say, you probably would be really thinking about Plan B or Plan C, right? So I don't think that really is a big deal of a change, but that's what they have in the white paper. Now, of course, this white paper has other system changes proposed as well, but not directly affecting students, such as new border control measures. They might transition to a new e-visa system, enhanced border security and entry-exit tracking. They will reform or planning to reform payment structures as well. Again, they are not directly impacting international students, so I won't delve into those. I told you I'll share with you some strategic considerations that you may want to consider now, given this proposal, and what you can do to position yourself better. So first, your skills alignment. Make sure you focus on high demand sectors like, we know AI is kind of trending at the moment. That's where all of the companies are going into, healthcare or engineering, for example. Also consider additional technical certifications alongside your degree to bolster your credibility as well and the experience. Talking about experience, you also need to think about your strategy about your experience. Think about gaining relevant work experience in your home country first, and then look for potentially internship opportunities during your studies if you are coming fresh from, let's say, an undergrad degree. Also, financial planning. Of course, you need to start building savings early. Due to the proposed increased fees you'll get for visas. And consider the long-term financial planning for the extended settlement period as well. In terms of getting academic excellence, make sure you maintain strong academic performance. Build relationships with your professors and industry contacts as well, because later on that might actually help you when you transition to or hope to transition to a working visa. Speaking of working visas, also make sure that you build on your professional network. Join professional bodies in your field, for example, or attend industry events and university career fairs. This will really help you get that. You also need to think strategically when it comes to your degree selection. Think carefully about your postgraduate degree choice. Avoid overly general programs unless they offer specialization options. For example, when I chose my master's in management, although it is quite a very broad course, I specifically selected one with a technology and innovation management focus. So this specialization helped me stand out in the job market and aligned with in-demand sectors such as technology and my experience in banking. Now, I did promise you a bonus section in this vlog. Let me share a personal strategy that worked for me as well, and that is creating a visa pathway process map. So here's how I did it. I had Plan A, which is my best case scenario, which is basically securing sponsorship post my studies, and I targeted companies with sponsorship licenses. I built my network during my studies, and of course I also focused on in-demand skills. Like, I know that I had a banking experience already from my previous jobs, and I just complemented it with technology and innovation management focus in my master's degree, because I know that that is one of the in-demand skills as well in the market. Now, the other thing as well is I didn't rely only on my Plan A, because as project managers, we always know that you need to have backup options. So I had a Plan B and I had a Plan C, and I basically mapped out alternative visa routes, such as, I can go, at that time there was an entrepreneurial visa route, which I also kind of invested time on. So I had that option when I pitched in our innovation hub in the university and offered that option. Now, if Plan B doesn't work out, also think about your Plan C, which may be that you take your let's say, postgraduate degree, and then go back to your home country and take advantage of that new degree that you have. So you also have to think strategically on what are the degrees or skills that are in demand in your home country, so that when you go back home, you now have that qualification that is really in demand, and you can get a good job, if that is your plan, back in your home country. Of course, you also identify the timing required and the requirements for each option. But the good thing is you create decision points and triggers on when you need to divert to your plan B or plan C. Well, fortunately for me anyway, plan A worked out well, but having plans B and C gave me that peace of mind. Remember, this is exactly what we do in change management, right? We always have contingency plans. And also, change is constant, but preparation is key. Well, there you have it. Now, if you're just new to the UK, you might be interested in my quick start guide to the UK, which is a consolidation of all of the British systems and all of what you need in order for you to settle into your first 30 days here in the UK. And I've included a section on navigating British systems in there. The link will be in the description below. Important disclaimer from me: while I share my personal experiences and insights as someone who has gone through the UK immigration system, I personally am not an immigration advisor, so the information in this video is for general guidance only and should not be taken as legal advice. Always consult a qualified immigration professional or the official UK government websites for the most up-to-date information regarding your specific situation. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. I'd like to know your thoughts as well on what you thought about the recently released white paper for immigration changes. Let me know in the comments, and I'll keep an eye on further updates and let you know if there's anything that I hear from my end. Until next time, bye!